experience. And it was a bunch of people who died, who were just relatives and stuff. And I'm sitting in this bed and I'm giving up because the doctors are telling me, well, you know, your leg's never going to be the same. You probably won't walk. You may have a dropped foot, but you're definitely never going to be able to go back to work. I mean, that's what I've been doing, you know, for most of my life now. You're going to take this away from me? And he's like, well, this could happen. So I was really at a low point, and I just remember a certain segment of my family just standing around this bed. And I remember you're in a hospital. If you've ever been in a hospital, hospitals are busy. They're very loud and stuff like that, but it's an isolation from all that noise. And I just see these people around me, and they're just looking at me, and they're like, you'll be all right. Just relax. I didn't think anything of it. Thought it was just probably the medications, whatever they had given me and stuff, that I was heavily, I never had morphine in my body, all these different things. So, along with everything else, it seemed like the status quo. It seemed more like a dream to me. So 3 years later, I have a huge contract going on. I'm busy at work. I'm working like crazy. And all of a sudden, this right eye of mine becomes asymmetrical, which means it's looking at the other eye. And I began to have strokes in my face, little mini strokes, which caused all this out of my face to basically cover. I couldn't open my eye, couldn't do anything. Me being me, I go home, spend a couple of days at home. I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm just thinking I'm stressed, I'm having a bad day. So finally a friend convinces me to go to the doctor, and I go to the doctor, and you know, everything's cool. We're gonna do a CT scan. The next thing I know, I have these doctors standing in front of me, and they're looking at me, and they got these serious looks on their face, and I'm like, all right, what's up? And I go home, and they're like, no, you have an aneurysm. What the hell's an aneurysm? I don't know what an aneurysm is. I'd never heard of it. I know nothing about it. And I simply kind of looked at the doctor, excuse me, a little hot up here, and said, you know, I'm going home. He's like, what? You can't go home. I said, I'm going home, absolutely going home. And he said, well, if you go home, you're gonna die. So if I stay here, can I die? He said, yeah, it's all right, bye, I'm going home. So I went home and talked to people in the medical field, talked to my parents and stuff, and just had like, you know, my thug-ass cousins, excuse me for swearing, but it's like, you're going to the hospital, because it's like, you know, we're gonna come get you, we're gonna drag you to the hospital. Like, whatever. So I literally spent, Friday, Saturday, so I spent 3 days at home before I actually went back to the hospital. I go back to the hospital, they sedate me, they're like, you're gonna be cool, you know, just relax and everything, we'll just be cool, and we'll get the surgeon in here, because this is Massachusetts General Hospital, and they have some of the most prestigious doctors in the world. Absolutely, and I have to give them credit, because I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for them. So, during this time period, I'm just relaxed, everything's cool, the surgeon comes in the next morning, this is Tuesday morning now. And he just tells me simply, I'm going to do a simple, what they call it, flipping foil. We'll get in there, we'll clean it. I've done thousands of these things, it's routine, you'll be fine. He leaves, about 30 to 45 minutes after he leaves, and I've told you, I've been shot, so I know what it feels like. It literally felt like somebody walked up with a 12-gauge shotgun, put it to the side of my head, and blew my head off. It's the only way I can describe the pain. I've never felt any kind of pain like this in my life. And I can't respond, I can't speak. My body's convulsing, there's nothing I can do for myself. I can't even help myself no matter how hard I try. But I happened to have a gentleman in the bed next to me who understood I was in distress, and called the nurse, and the nurse comes and gets me and takes me. And he's taking me down the hallway, and I get a moment of clarity, and in that moment of clarity, I'm able to speak. I simply said to him, excuse me, I got a little emotional. Dad, when my sister gets there, just take care of her, because I was the only thing she had in the world. Excuse me. And my lights go off. That's the only thing, because I died. Like, I literally died. For whatever period of time I was gone, my family doesn't talk about it. They won't really give me any kind of indication about how long I was gone. But it was just, it's a void. You know, I don't really have any answers. I know where I was at. It wasn't anything that I thought it would be. But everything I knew I was dead. I knew I was going to die, and I knew at this point I was dead. And I'm cool. I'm ready to go. I'm like, whatever the next thing is, that's where I'm going. And I just have this, I hear a voice I hadn't heard in a long time, which is the same person, my grandmother. Well, I hadn't heard her voice since 1982, and she just simply said the same thing that I heard when I had the previous near-death experience. You'll be okay. You'll be all right, Joseph. Just go back. You got stuff to do. And it just, I don't know how to explain this to people, but just imagine this room right now. Someone just took these lights and just made them as bright as possible. And when I came back, that's what the world was. It took so long for me to figure out how to register it, how to adjust my eyes, how to adjust my senses, because whatever it opened up, it did something to my brain that I don't understand. I still to this day, my surgeon, I went back and I told you, about my eye being asymmetrical, strokes and stuff in my face. And there's somebody in the room who actually can attest to all this stuff. My surgeon, I walk into the surgeon's office a month later, and the surgeon looks at me and says, Superman. Excuse me? Superman, excuse me? He said, in all my years of doing this, you should have, not first, you shouldn't be walking in here, because I know what I did to you, I know where you were at. your eyes should be closed. You shouldn't be able to see. Like you're looking at me and talking to me. There's nothing wrong with you, other than a big scar on the side of your head. No one would know anything was wrong with you. Like, what is wrong with you? And these are the same people during certain procedures would put needles in my arm that would break. And they would ask me questions like, what are you made of? Like, what is this? I'm like, you tell me, you're the doctor, shit, you know? Like, I want you to tell me what's going on. But it was just that I knew that coming back to the world, coming back to what it was now, that I needed more. That I needed to seek out more than what I had been in my whole life, what I knew, or what I thought I knew. And I was a straight-laced guy. The only thing I did was drink. I didn't smoke marijuana. I wasn't into cannabis. I said, I'm sorry, there's some young people in the room, but just understand when I speak about cannabis, I speak about it in a medicinal way. I'm not a sit on the street corner kind of guy smoking weed. I understood that from those medications, from how far down they took me, that I needed something that was going to bridge that gap for my brain, but also give me the power to heal myself. And marijuana was the first thing. And it really helped me to put things into perspective. It helped me to kind of see what I was going through, but also start to look at the world a little bit different. It's a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed. I'm 100 pounds lighter because, I'll explain that to you in a minute too, but no surgeries or anything. But I'm a big dude. I've always been a big dude my whole life. So I've always been that aggressive person. That was my job. That's what I got paid to do, was to be aggressive. And I had to learn how to not be aggressive anymore, how to tone it down, how to look at things and not look at everybody as, I'm bodyguard, security, all this type of stuff, as I explained. So when I look at people, I survey a room. I survey everything that goes on. When I step into a room, there's somebody in the room earlier, I made a comment about my peripheral vision. I didn't see her out the front. I saw her walking by me and acknowledged her. So it's just things that I've been trained to do, and I've had to learn how to tone that down. So one of the things that I want to talk to you about too, and I don't know if the kids in the room, please, it's nothing bad, but I started doing research and people were explaining to me stuff about psychedelics and what psychedelics could do. And the reason I'll explain to you